Hello my fellow gamers and welcome to the opening round of this Shadows Winter Tournament where we've got 12 players battling it out for supremacy once more. We've got these guys, as you can see on the screen now, grouped into two groups of 6. Each player will have to play 5 rounds and the top 2 will be going through to the semi-finals while the bottom 4 will be going. So it's going to be a very close games. It's very intense getting those top 2 up there. So how's the layout of this tournament going to go? This video, it will be round 1 for group A, so it's going to be 3 battles. Tomorrow would then be round 1 of group B, and then the following day we'll have round 2 of group A, and then the following day round 2 for group B, etc, etc. This way it goes between back and forth, but I don't absolutely time myself out like I did last time with 6 battles a day. We're going to split it up a bit more. Not only that, but I've done a timetable, so this is going to be going to New Year. You're going to have the group stages all the way up to Christmas. Starting from today, every day up to Christmas, you're going to have a group stage battle or series, and then after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year, that's when you're going to have the semi-finals, the battle for 3rd place, and the final games as well. So it's going to be a really packed December, really. It's going to be, we're not having Boxing Day, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, that sort of thing. There's not going to be any videos on for the tournament those days, so you can relax, spend time with your friends and family as you should do. But in between that, as it builds up to Christmas, you've got a lot of content to see, guys. It's going to be 3 battles a day on this video. And of course, a lot of these people are YouTubers as well. So you can go to their channels and check out their battle replays and their points of views of the battle. Also, I had the fun task. I decided to comb through every map on Total War Warhammer 2 at the moment. And picked all the ones that I thought were interesting but were balanced. I didn't want it where one person had a huge advantage over the others. We didn't want any snow maps. We didn't want any with massive, like a hill on one side and a valley in the other. So it's plainly one side's got the upper hand. And because I've gone through every single map instead of just relying on the same pool everyone else does, I can confirm that in this entire tournament you will not see the same map twice. None. Each game is going to be on a different map. Each round is going to be on a different map. That's a lot of maps you're going to see, and so I'll get on with the first battle so you can see how the layout of that's going. So that's the general layout of the tournament. 2 groups, 6 players in each, battling out, top 2 get through. Then you're going to have a semi-finals, battle for 3rd, final game, and it's going to be 3 battles per day during the group stages, and then obviously you've got the finals between Christmas and New Year's. Very exciting stuff. So if we move on to the first game of the tournament, it is Loremaster Sotek versus Gotiya. Loremaster Sotek coming in strong using his lizard men, and Gotiya is using Skaven. Now guys, I just need to remind you that these were blindly picked, so people knew who they were up against in each round and they knew the map they were on, but they didn't know what their opponent picked to everyone had chosen. So it's great that we got this proper grudge match going between Skaven and Lizardmen just to start off, and they will be playing on the barrier mound of Grudgesnick. We'll now move over to the battlefield and do a full breakdown of what units everyone's brought. So here we go guys. We've got on Loremaster Sotek's side a couple of skirmishers there, very nice, just to, you know, prod and do a bit of scouting. We have a front line here, some Swords Spears. On that flank we've got some Swords Warriors with shields, some Temple Guard, and some more Swords Warriors with shields. It's interesting that there's just one random spear unit there. We do have 2 Stegodons, and I believe they've got the crossbow. Yeah, the big crossbow. We all love that. We also have some Skink cohorts of javelins. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so 4 units of Skink cohorts of javelins. We also have the Best of the Dawn with the reviving crystal, and it's been led by Loremaster Mundi, which is absolutely brilliant. Now, if we go over to the scale, as you can see, we're gonna look at this. Lizardmen are straight in there. Just let's see which unlucky guy's gonna get this right in the face. In you go, in you go. And it was him. And he no longer has a face. So, yeah, it's going well for the Skaven. We got a good solid front line here of Skaven slaves with spears. 1, 2, 3 units of that. As you can see, there's a lot more Skaven than there's. In fact, yeah, 1,500 Skaven to 900 Lizardmen. So this could take a while. Storm Vermin, Hellbirds, Skaven Slaves with spears here as well. We've got some Rat Ogres on the flank, Storm Vermin, Sword and Shield, and we've got some Skaven Slave Slingers at the back, 3 units of them. Also got some Poison Wing Gobadiers, which is a very good pick. We've got the Storm Vermin, then we've got some Plague Monks. We have a Plague Priest at the back here, and a Assassin. We also have some more Plague Monks, some Storm Vermin with Swords and Shields, and Storm Vermin with Hellbirds and Rat Ogres. And this is led by a Warlord on this beastie. I love it. Bonebreaker. Fantastic. You don't see this often, so it's going to be really good to see that. So as you can see, a very good good set by both. You've got the skirmishers of the Lizard Men, the Skinks. You've got a good solid line with some monsters. Got Reviving, we got Support, and we got the Magic over there. Well, on this side, we've got the big hard hitters, these Skaven Slaves. Unless Sotek chooses to auto-aim them to the back ones, which I think he is now doing. Yep, hitting a good hit on those Storm Vermin. The AI would just naturally aim for the Slaves and just take all the damage, which is great. And then you got Storm Vermin and Plague Monks at the back with support behind that. So very good choice by both sides here. We will now get on to the normal speed. Skaven slowly making their way up. Well, I say slowly. And Loremaster Sotek taking the preempt. These are getting some beautiful shots in. Yeah, he's now aiming for the Storm Vermin, which is a very good pick. The Skinks are going to get a few shots off the Slaves before pulling back, because these guys are so fast, especially the Rat Ogres. Loremaster Sotek had to be careful. And there's some shots coming in as well, but I don't think there's going to do much damage. Yeah, mainly hiding over the hill now. Very good positioning. Skaven moving up. It is definitely the Skaven that have got to be aggressive in this. If these Stegodons, the Lizardmen can just sit back. So, yeah, the Slaves are getting into position. The Rat Ogres getting into position where they can do the most damage. In comes the Slave, and as you see, Loremaster Sotek doesn't sit around. He is charging in there. Straight in, but he has left bits of gaps in the front line. And we do have a spell going down here. What have we got coming out? Plague Monks are coming out behind the Lizard Men now. We do have all the Skinks have moved forward and given their support. The Stegodons have been moved forward as well to get into the fight. We do have Skaven Slaves starting to break, but that's only expected. Nice bit of venomous Vada being dropped there. Rat Ogres put them back because they're quite badly doing it. Yes, and there we go. He's going for the crystal. And he's used, I believe that's over here, the Assassin has used the Rival High Talisman. So melee attack is dropped by 44, which is quite a lot. Skinks are now coming in to try and save the Bestodon. That's a Stegodon. No, it is a Bestodon. That's a Stegodon. I'll get it right. A lot of the Skaven forces, one of the first waves are starting to pull back now. Lizardmen starting to show their superiority and just cutting through them. And these Plague Monks are doing a good job, but these Stegodons are going to cause some problems. There's the crystal dropping down to heat them back up. Skinks have got to be careful. They might get dragged into combat. And we've got, yeah, some... Oh, Storm Vermin are running there, but we then have the other Storm Vermin dealing with Rampage and Swords Warriors. Got a spell being dropped down there, the Shield Thingamabob to deal with the protection. There goes the Ruination of Cities right in the middle there, but seem to have missed the Plague Priest. Just, look at that, that is close. But the balance of power is very, very equal. The Assassin's been beaten off. The Warlord, he's got Welch Edge armor, so his armor's gone up by 60, but he's getting bogged down by all these Skinks. You've got some Plague Monks trying to help him, but the Skinks are just bogging him down, so Mazdamuni can just slowly float away. But this is great. The Skinks are, you know, you can't just do that. But, oh, Venomous Fire used in a brilliant way there, and Welch Edge mentioned still going, and boom, straight into Mazdamuni, trying to take that Warlord out. Skaven do seem to be dominating the map here. I mean, got some Skaven over there that are just slaves, so that's probably why they're not that wide. We do have a Stegodon running over there. And just slowly and surely, it looks like the Skaven are slowly dominating. The front line's pretty much collapsed for the Lizardmen. You've got some Temple Guard here that need to get in there. The Slingers have moved up, and the Poison Wing Gobadiers. And there goes the final unit. There was the centre line now. So all these guys, the Plague Priest, Plague Monks, all that can push through now and try and get through to the more valuable units. But the Warlord is starting to lose leadership. Arcane Unforging, so his abilities have been dropped. And he's broken, guys. So he's got to start making a run. Well, he's wavering. He's right on the point of breaking. Got some sword swords. So Loremaster Sotek trying to gather up on this hill what strength he can. Everywhere else, I mean, we do have some sword swords here just holding off. I mean, they are bogging down 3 whole units, 2 of them being storm vermin, which is brilliant. And the skinks getting some nice line shots here, just hitting them in the flank. What? Oh, that's a nice retaliation by Sotek there. Gotiya, and yeah, we got some clan rashes coming in as well. Get those skinks dealt with. I don't think you need all of these units here. I think some of them could have gone. We got a banishment that's hit them, and now he's after the Stegodon, but he does dodge it. And it's moving right into the back of the Skaven, all these weak volleyball. And as you can see, they're just going to terrify and run away. These big monsters could be what Sotek needs to win this. Where is the Warlord? Where's he hiding? He's got to be somewhere. I mean, you've got some right ogres here taking on the Stegodon, trying to make him run. But it's not looking too good suddenly for the Skaven. I think Loremaster Sotek is slowly starting to take it. We do have an ability going down here. What is it? What is it? Oh, Ruination of City straight in the middle. Don't hit the lizardmen, but they are starting to break now, which is rather unfortunate. We do have a lot of skinks here still, which can do some really good hit and runs. And the ones that have run out of ammunition can get in and do some more damage as well. I believe the Warlord's dead or moved on. I can't see him on the map anyway. Loremaster Mundi's on there. But did we lose the Warlord, or did he run off the field? Chances are, if he ran, he kept running, unfortunately. But as you can see now, it's mostly a clear up with the Lizardmen, the Stegodons, the Best of the Dawn, and the Skinks providing support. A lot of the Skaven have just completely lost where they're going. As you see, the balance of power has now quickly shifted to the Lizardmen, and that is a victory for Loremaster Sotek, which is absolutely brilliant. A great first round, good grudge match. The Skaven looked like they nearly had it there, but unfortunately, the stubbornness of the Lizardmen wasn't enough to hold them. So let's have a look at the results and go over the match itself. Looking over the scores then, I mean, look how much he outnumbered them, but these big guys causing fear, causing terror, having really strong units to hold the line, and having the support, the Skinks holding the support line was absolutely brilliant. As you see, Loremaster Mundi got 216 kills in the zone. If you look over here though, Gotiya obviously had the numbers, but the kills were nowhere near enough, and Loremaster Sotek was able to snipe at the more important ones, like these storm vermin with swords and shields. Got really whittled down by the Stegodons before they could get into the combat. I mean, there was some good summoning as well. The assassin got picked out quite quickly, and yeah, the Warlord did survive. He did flee off the battlefield, which is what I thought. Obviously, Skaven slaves didn't do much. They took some damage and then fell back as expected. But I thought this was a very good army. Both very good armies. They had their good strong leaders, good magic, good hard hitters, and you had a good skirmishing line as well for both sides. It was just Loremaster Sotek. His guys just kept coming back and holding the line and keeping his Lord going as well. I think was a huge decider, because there were some points where the Lizardmen army was scattering. And if Loremaster Mundi had fallen, the Lizardmen would have just ran. But because the Warlord ran first, he was very aggressive with his Warlord getting him in there. But unfortunately, because he ran away, the rest of the Skaven thought, well, why are we staying here? And they ran off as well. So, yeah, there goes our first round for Group A, guys. A win for Loremaster Sotek. And unfortunately, a very close defeat for Gotiya. A great effort, though. Do obviously check out their YouTube channels. There will be links in the description below. And we'll move on to the next round now, which is between Professor Pone and General Confusion. Professor Pone are using the Empire, while General Confusion will be using Greenskins. Another classic lineup for our first round, and they will be playing in the Blood Pine Woods. Let's have a look now at what they brought. Alrighty then, let's go have a look over now at first of General Confusion, who's new on the channel. He will be using the Mighty Greenskins. At the front line, he's got the 8 Peak Loonies, the Night Goblin Fanatics Regiment, and some Goblins, because always good to have that. We have a couple units of Black Orcs, always a solid choice. Got some Savage Orc Biggins here, and some nasty Skokers in the back for that support. Hidden in the woods, however, absolutely loving this, we do have Wazug on his pig, some nasty Skokers, a nice unit of the Broken Tusks mob, Orc Boy, Boar Boy Biggins Regiment for now, and a Goblin Big Boss on a Spider, as well as, I do love this pick, the Doom Diver Catapult. I love these, they're fantastic. On one flank, we do have some Mangrubs Mangy Marauders, so the Goblin Wolf Archers Regiment down, with some more Goblin Wolf Rider Archers as support, and then all the way over here, hidden, I'm not sure why they're all the way over there, but we do have the Dirt Kick Squigs. So another regiment, a lot of regiment renowned in this battle for the Greenskins. Absolutely love the picks. And now we'll go over to Professor Pone himself, who will be playing as the Empire. And surprisingly, there is a slight heal here, and he didn't use it. He went on the flat. Do you know why? Probably because look at all these trees right here. If he set up here, the Orcs could attack with no warning whatsoever. Of course, I don't think he was expecting this. So on this flank, we've got some handgunners, some Spearmen of Shields, the Hammer of the Witches, a Jade Wizard on horseback, I believe, yep. And we've got the Royal Odd Dove Griffites, so the Demigriff Knights Regiment of Renown. Look at them in their pretty blue. Oh, they're adorable. As they run through the Hammer of the Witches. And the cannons are being shot, but they're being shot in return, so it's all good. Got some more Spearmen here, Spearmen of Shields, and I think there's another one yet. Then we got another regiment of Rams, a Sigma Sons, always a good pick, and it looks like they're going to be the first one to be targeted by the Goblin Divers. And these guys did not waste any time going at each other. Look at this. Oh, he no longer has a torso. There's just a pair of legs flying about. Oh dear. Worth it. At the back, we got a couple units of Great Swords. This army is led by Karl Franz himself and has got a Witch Hunter support and the Silver Bullet. Always a good, solid pick. Was there anything else I'm missing? I don't think so. I think that was everything. So, guys, immediately, as you can see, you've got the Wolf Riders coming in, taking on the Handgunners, and Professor Pone's having to retaliate to that. Gen Confus moving all his lines up. The Hammer of the Witches is firing as well. And we've got these Squigs that are just having a good time. Just keeping to the back. And yeah, this is a good classic lineup between the Empire and the Greenskins. So let's get started. Normal speed now. Starting to pull back, but they did a great job of harassing and breaking up the formation. Now look, they're quickly having to get back in formation because the Greenskins are moving up in force. And all this is out of line. The Hammer of Witches, though, is still fully operational. They only lost a couple crew. No big deal. The Handgunners, though, are protecting this flank. And what's good is they have kind of... Oh, no, the War Art of Griffites are moving back to the centre. The Night Goblins have been spotted, though. So that's something to be aware of. Got more Goblin Doom Divers flying in there. Beautiful hit on the Handgunners. And how's the cannon doing? The Hammer of the Witches is actually trying to snipe Wazark out. But, oh no, they are just aiming for the Broken Tusks or the Goblin Big Boss. They're not aiming for that unit yet. In comes the Goblin Wolf Riders. Got these guys coming in as well, the main line coming in. Nice volley here. And has he got to do what I like to do? Is charge at the skirmish. And, oh, Doom Divers are perfectly timed there. Those Handgunners are gone, guys. Just gone after that. That was beautiful. So while they get mobbed up, the Spearmen charge against the Goblins, which they'll be able to deal with. The Black Orcs, not so much. We've got Savage Orcs getting in there. We have Fanatics going off in the middle there, but they're not quite sure where they're going. They're going straight down the middle, though. Oh, the Witch Hunters trying to fall back, and the Great Swords are getting hit by the... Oh, what devastations. And it gets a good hit on the Silver Bullets as well. The Greenskins have a great lineup here against the front line, but of course you do... Oh, but the Great Swords are now being recharged by the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers. And there goes the Warg as well, guys. Straight in there. And this is going to mean that the Orcs are going to be doing so much damage against those units that they're going to do better against. Look, and you see this flank has been completely overrun now. Got the J-Wiz trying to hold, but now you got them trying to... The cannons trying to take him out. Wolf Riders just showing over the Spearmen. As you see, this flank's completely gone. The Spearmen have broken. Karl Franz has landed and Wazark's got in there, but I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think Wazark needs to get involved at this point. Keep it close for leadership, but we do have the Biggins coming in. We just had our foot of Gork dropped on the Silver Bullet as well. The Royal Griffites and the Great Swords are trying to help the Sons of Sigma beat these Black Orcs, but even they're starting to struggle now. This is not looking good for the Empires. The Greenskins are now sending... But has Wazark broken? Yeah, he's routed. That is not good for the Greenskins. There's no Skokers getting in there. We do have the Savage Biggins as well. The main line, as you can see, is now gone. The Wolf Riders doing a flank here. A cannon actually has been taken out here, and now the Wolf Riders are charging in, trying to disrupt them as much as possible. Great job there. We've got the Jade Wizard dropping down some fancy stuff. Or was that just a standard animation? Who knows? But, yeah, the cannons have been completely overrun. That flank is pretty much gone. The centre line as well. The Great Swords are going down, starting to break the Spearmen. I'm surprised there's any left. Nice Goku's making a run for it. There we go, though. The Emperor won't let them down. They've had an Earth Blitz hit on them as well, replenishing their hit points. The Witch Hunter is being sniped by the Goblin Big Boss. And the Black Orcs are starting to struggle now. The Sigma Sun's obviously... There's only one left, actually, so he's not really going to do much. And the Great Sword's behind. This is not a good move here by the Greenskins. The Black Orcs, yeah, they're trying to get in there. Because, oh, yeah, the Demigryphs have moved in and have routed the Broken Tusks. But they've got Great Swords behind them. But now the Wolves have got behind them and are shooting them. But the front line switched again, and a lot of the Greenskins have broken. And the Emperor is at pretty much full strength. Witch Hunter, yeah, he's having a bit of a problem, but the Spearmen are coming in to reinforce. Goblin should try and get out of there. Jade Wizard still giving his support. But suddenly, this isn't looking too great. I mean, we've got the 8 peak units, which I believe are unbreakable. Let's have a look. Yes, they are unbreakable. You've got Black Orcs, which are pretty much unbreakable. And they're all being shot in the back. We do have some Wolf Riders that need to get back in. Got some Spearmen trying to make it. Yeah, they're coming back in now. Fantastic. These Goblin Wolf Riders have done an amazing job, though, for general confusion. But as you can see, smoke bombs been set, so they've slowed right down, and they're routing. Fantastic use of the smoke bomb there. And the Black Orcs, they've kind of got a bit scattered, though. This is not good. They're going to struggle against all the Great Swords. We do have some Orcs here and Greenskins that could get involved. The Doom Diver Catapult is still in action here and doing a great job slaughtering the ones in the middle. Got it. Yeah, these guys are starting to struggle though. Oh, they're going for the handgunners, the silver bullets. Trying to get rid of them because they need to get rid of any range support that the Empire have. They can get rid of the range so the Wolf Riders can dominate the field. Looks like these forces that were sent to the back lines of the Greenskins have been mopped up now. Where's the Demigryphs? They're being chased off now by the Broken Tusks. Good move there. Not worth letting them get back. Now the Greenskins are summoning everything they've got here. So are the Empire though. There's not much left. Pretty much it's just these Spearmen, the Emperor. We've got some Doom Divers coming in here. Dean of the Witch Hunter as well. In comes the nasty Skokers, a lot of them as well, so there'll be a lot of debuffs going down. But we do have a debuff being dropped, and I think that's going to terrify, yeah, the Griffin. Deathclaw is causing fear and terror, and the Spearmen doing a final charge. Them from there, you will stand your ground in the name of Shingra. And they're pushing back, and the Orcs realising they can't break this enemy, and themselves breaking. Oh dear, and the balance power has quickly shifted in the Empire's favour here. Greenskins are full retreat on their main line. We've got some Wolf Riders doing the silver bullets, yeah, getting them to round, but I think the main leadership of the Greenskins could be broken. While the Emperor lives, there is still hope, and these fanatics are just having a good time spinning around. They've led dwarfs. Remember, they don't have metal balls, these guys. They use tied up dwarfs. Got a nice little hit there. The Wolf Riders going to do a charge into the Spearmen. That's not great, though. Really not great. The 8 peak loonies, all 4 of them are holding their ground. The Goblin King would be proud. They're standing their ground, but I don't think it's going to last much longer, guys. Where's Cal France? There he is. He's doing exactly what he should be. He's chasing after the units. He's going to make them shatter. There we go, guys. The whole army now that takes army losses. And that is a win for the Empire. Professor Pone there making a good entry into this tournament. Alright, looking at this screen now. Look at so the numbers were pretty close. The Orcs had a few more numbers, but losses were quite similar. Done both sides, again, very good tactics. They had a good weak front line just to take the brunt, do some damage. Some heavy hitters, good regiments of renown. Both had nice pieces of artillery. I do think Wazar got involved too much, though. He should have stayed away from Cal France, because once he went, it was kind of always a downward struggle with the morale. Trying to keep it up would have been really difficult. But a fantastic use of the Goblin Wolf Riders, getting in there, dealing with the cannon, dealing with the handgunners, getting rid of that range support. Because once you had that range support go, suddenly it was just some spearmen and greatswords. And the Black Orcs and that, charging into the front line of the spearmen. The spearmen got slaughtered, but still they held their ground. They stayed where they were meant to be, and held it long enough for the greatswords, the Sons of Sigma, you know, the Demigryph Knights and all that to do what they needed. And of course, Calfan's an amazing job there, chasing down whatever orcs he could, running them down. It's two very good armies, very close match there. Absolutely brilliant. So congratulations to Professor Pone there for his first win. General Confusion, well played. Hopefully in the next round you'll get a win. There's still 4 more games to go, so everything can be spun around. This is the first round. We'll go now to the final battle of Group A, which is against Jenna on Occasion, our quote-unquote pro player, and Riven. I'm going to mispronounce it. Riven, I believe it's pronounced. And Gen on Occasion is using the green skins, while Raven is using the high elves, and they're playing in the Black Forest. Though I really want to finish that and say Black Forest Gatto, hands down, has to be said. That's actually my favourite cake. Now you know, bit of trivia. Now let's go over and look see what these two generals have brought. Okay then, so very nice panoramic shot here of the high elves lining up on the hill with the orcs on the other side of the valley. So let's see what the high elves have brought. First, has to be mentioned, they're fireborn. Look at these guys. I do love these. The Dragon Prince's Regiment of Renown. Can you imagine this charging at you? I mean, cavalry. Having a horse, a single horse run at you, scary. Having a group of horses run at you, terrifying. So being trained and having knight is just a nightmare. But these guys to take to a whole new level. We also have a couple of nobles on chariots here. This army is being led by Alaria, the Radiant. I mean, she's radiated. Isn't that nice? Good front line of spearmen, including the Regiment of Renown, the Skerns on Mathlin. We do have one unit of archers just to provide some support. And then we've got some Dragon Princes on the flank. But hang on, I'm looking on the map. I'm being told there's some hidden units. Yes, we've got some Alurian Reaver archers here. 2 groups hiding in the woods. So let's not forget them, because they will play a big part. As you can see, it is unbroken woods all the way up the map. So they can come out wherever they like. Now, Jenna on Occasion with his mighty greenskins. How much do they outnumber them? Over 2 to 1. That's a lot. 600 high elves to 1200. Oh, I'm sorry. No, a lot of high elves just died. So, even more so. We've got a front line here of Orc Biggins and Savage Orcs. 1-on-1 there. So 3 units of Orc Biggins, 2 units of Savage Orcs. We then have a lot of Nasty Skokers. 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Nasty Skokers. 2 units of Goblin Archers. And of course the Rusty Arrows, because they are a must pick. This unit is there once again by Wazak. Hopefully he'll do better in this one than the last one. With the Goblin Big Boss and a Goblin Big Boss there. 1 on Wolf, 1 on Spider. We also have some Forest Goblin Spider Riders here. Always a good choice. We do also have some more Forest Goblin Spider Riders there. And where's my favourite unit? I'm sure he's got it somewhere. Where? There it is. There he is. Not just any Rocklopper, but we got the Hammer of Gork artillery piece here. The Goblov and Rocklopper Regiment of Renown. So as you can see, Jenna is going for very tight, straight up the field. Well, I've gone blank now. Riven, sorry, is sending his guys. He's got some here. He's got the Dragon Princes on the flank. He has already, look, these guys are getting in a fantastic position on the flank here. Completely unknown by Jeddah. And of course, Orcs have to break everything they go through. As you can see, they really didn't like these tents, so they're just going to knock it all down for absolutely no reason. So I would definitely say the Greenskins have a better front line, but there's a lot more special here in regards to the Dragon Princes and that. They're going to hit really, really hard. I think these archers need to move up as well. Go to normal speed now. We got Ariel. The Flyer is coming in just to do a bit of scouting. She is getting shot at though, including the Rusty Arrows. So he's got to be careful. The Orcs. Jeddah being very aggressive with his Orcs. Always good to see. The Rock Robber is now aiming at the Fireborn, and when this happens, we do have the Loremaster Reavers, Archers coming in, doing some pot shots on the Savage Orcs. Foremost, it seems a little bit staggered. The nobles are charging in, but the spearmen are running back. Not sure what's going on. And they turn around at the last minute and take in that charge. Gotta be careful. I suspect Janet's planning for that. Dragon Prince is moving in. Nasty Skoke is moving in. The Spider Riders have caught with one unit of Blind Reavers, but another group is getting through. But these nobles have kind of just been left on their own. But they're now getting caught up with Biggins, and all the HQ trolls, lords and heroes are getting in there. These Spider Riders are being absolutely swarmed by the Reavers, though, which is not good. They've now broken. We also have Nasty Skokes have been completely broken, but the Fireborn are being really badly damaged with Smokeborn, but they do have fast protection drops on them, but the Savage Orcs are incredibly, well, savage, funny enough. We do have the Dragon Princes on the other side coming in and getting a flank charge on the Spider Riders. That is not a good move there by Janet, leaving them unopposed with Nasty Skokers. The High Elves seem to be a bit scattered though. Look, their main line doesn't want to fight the Orcs. They're just running away. We do have a healing being dropped on the nobles, but I don't think it's going to be enough. There's a lot of damage going on here. Wazark's taking quite a bit of damage, but the cavalry are running circles around the goblin line and going straight to the rear of these Nasty Skokers. But they have dropped a smoke bomb on them, but they're going straight for the Hammer of Gurk, which is a good pick there, taking out that range support. On this flank, the Dragon Princes are quite devastated this side, but the Orcs have regrouped as well, so it's not as bad as it looks. Do have some spearmen coming in here. Oh, that would have been the headbutt, I believe it was, or something along those lines. The basic spell they've got. The Orcs here on the main lines along here doing a fantastic job, but there is kind of an opportunity here. But the Dragon Princes are sealing this gap up. If the Greenskins had some mobility, they could have got those archers quite comfortably. There goes the Wark, guys. So Janet's saving it for the right time. Don't know if he's got much Greenskins left, though. A lot of them are taking quite a battering. If we look at the numbers, it's still 2-1. The nobles are causing a lot of problems, though. Janet trying to suck these nobles down. They just won't break. And now the Reavers are just charging in. They don't care. They're getting in there. Smoke bombs being dropped as well. And the Greenskins just swarm over that. Janet is luring them in and then breaking them. We do have the Spearmen, the Regiment of Renown here coming through. Dragon Princes over there. Put them back to do some hit and runs. Problem is, this main line here, well, once broken, what Janet needs to do is get these Biggins, swing them around, deal with this. Once they're dealt with, swing them here, deal with this, then bring them back. They're just running off unattended, and at which point the High Elves are doing a great job clearing up any sort of back lines. And you see, these Biggins have been completely wiped out thanks to the combination of archers and spearmen. The backline support is just being run in circles by the High Elves. But there's a good bulk here, especially if Wazak's still alive. Apparently there's enemy troops nearby, or so the High Elves think. We do have the Eagle getting in here now, charging in, getting some hits on the Goblin Big Boss, and in comes the Fireborn into the flank of these guys. Oh, such damage. This is not looking good. What about over here? Jeddah has realised, another group's going, no, 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 Jeddah, bring them back, bring them back. Don't they run off. Spearmen, understandably chasing them down because they are quite weak. And the archers suddenly realise they are being looked at, so they're going to start moving. But they are providing great support here, taking the Greenskins. And I think the balance of power is slightly in the High Elves' favour at this point. Wazark is on nearly no health, 600 health for Wazark. And it's mostly just Nasty Skokers, which are a support unit. Looks like one of the nobles may be going down though. 342 health, and he's been swamped by all of this. Will he take a noble down? That's the real question. Where's the other noble? They're pretty much full health, so not looking great. Oh, Ariel is now taking on a Wazak and is made him rout. Greenskins are charged into the archers, but general confusion. No, that's not who it is. Raven. Oh, all these new names, guys. I'm sorry. Raven is not worried about his archers. They've done their job, and they're going to slow those orcs down for reinforcing. Well, the rest of the High Elves here will deal with the guys trying to rout. With another pretty much full strength noble. That noble, I think, did get shot down though. Yep, they did indeed. That's always good to see. You can never have too many dead nobles for High Elves. So there, and this one's coming in now. This is the main difference, is that High Elves have still got pretty much all their leadership still. Wazak has returned. He's a bit shaken. We got some support from Goblin Archers. But I don't think it's going to be enough to deal with all of this. And yeah, he's now coming. She's after him now. Got some archers have gathered up to try and hold the line, but I think the High Elves are going to have this, guys. A nice stomp done by there on the Dragon Princes, but yeah, these nasty Skulkers, they're not good at fighting front line. They're good for support. Here's the front line unit, and they've been so distracted that the rest of the army's been pretty much shattered. Yeah, it's all breaking now. The only thing, yeah, nice Skulk. So is this, and they've got units behind them as well, which isn't great. Really not good. I mean, how much has Wazar got? He's still 600 health. Oh, okay then. But the fire... Oh, no. Yeah, the Heralds of the Wind. Oh, yeah, the Regiment Renowned ones. I apologise. I didn't see them. They're now chasing him down and getting... They're going to get rid of him. He's going down. No question about that. Hugely in the High Elves' favour now. The Noble charges into the Greenskins just to hold them off. The Archers can then get some shots. The Spearmen can... get in there. We also have the Spearman Regiment now. And there we go, guys. The Greenskins here realise there's no point fighting anymore. And they give the win to Raven. There we go. Got the right name this time. Fantastic game by both players there. Unfortunately, the High Elves, just their mobility was able to put a stop to it all. So, fantastic job there by both players. So, looking over this, as you can see, the Knights did an amazing job. You know, over 100, 202 kills. The Spearmen, I thought, weak front line, they're probably just going to break. But what they did was, not only did they held, he took on the charges that he wanted. He fell back when he didn't want them. And he used them as bait for the bigger Greenskins, the Biggins and the Savage Orcs. Chased them down when they weren't needed to be there. And the High Elves were able to go through the breaks in the Orcs line and just cut them down bit by bit, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there, until there was nothing left but nasty Skulkers, an injured Lord, some Archers, and 2 units that were completely out of position there. But hey, this is just the first round. Gen Confus can make a major comeback and win all the next games. You never know. But that is the end of round 1 for Group A. So if we have a look at the table, as you can imagine, quite simple and easy. Top 3, Loremaster of Sotek, Professor Pone and Raven with their 3 wins and the other 3 at the bottom of their losses. But of course, this is only the first round, guys. This is just the warm-up. They're just getting started. So tomorrow we will be having round 1 for Group B. And then the following day, so 2 days time, you will have the next round of this group, so they will all be making a comeback, and the ones that lost will be trying to get that first win on, and the ones that won, of course, will be trying to hold that advantage they've got in this round. So guys, do hit that like button if you're enjoying this tournament and the first round, and you know, got to keep you busy for all of December. It's got to be great. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and do comment below who was your favourite player, who you going for, you know, who's your favourite player, army, race, etc. Which ones you thought really excelled and how you would have done things different. Just any sort of feedback, any sort of thought, put them in the comments below, guys. Really appreciate it. And of course, do use the links below to check all the other channels, because the other channels will have their videos of these battles on the day that I release them. All things going well. We can only hope. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you tomorrow for round 1 of Group B. Till then, guys, take care.